Hey everybody, it's Maker Schoolhouse again, and today we're going to take some simple cardboard wheels and make some amazing cardboard cars, race them down the track, and see where it takes us. Alright, so first things first, let's make some wheels. Now you're going to need some bamboo skewers, and you're going to cut them the length of whatever your frame's going to be. My frame's about 3 inches, maybe 4, I can't remember, but any old piece of cardboard will do. So you need to cut 2 bamboo skewers and then get some sort of straw. I like paper straws the best. They seem to be more sturdy. Now our wheels we cut with the laser cutter at my school, and they're 2 inches, and the middle hole is about 1/8 of an inch wide, but any old circular wheel from a top of a can or whatever will work. You're going to put your bamboo skewer through the hole or anywhere on your wheel, and then use a pony bead and some hot glue on top to secure your wheel onto your bamboo skewer. It's important that you try not to get any hot glue on the inside of the wheel, because that will mess with the bearing and the rolling of the wheels. So while the hot glue is drying, you want to really be sure that it's perpendicular to your axle. And then you're going to slip your bearing, aka the straw, onto your axle, and then do the same thing on the other side. A little bit of hot glue, a little pony bead, and then just be patient. Let it dry, make sure your wheels are nice and straight, and no excess hot glue gets on the interior of your wheels, because that will definitely obstruct the motion. Your wheels should spin pretty freely and nicely, like this one here. Here's 2. Yay! All right, let's make our frame. So depending on how wide your wheelbase is, you might need to make some little indentions in the bottom frame of your car or the chassis, because the straw might not fit all the way across. So you don't have to do this per se, but if you find that your wheels are a little on the narrow side and don't fit all the way across whatever you're using as your bottom frame, then you can just cut out some little hubs for your wheel using the handy old Dremel moto saw. So then you can see your wheels will fit nicely across, no matter how narrow they might be. All right, so now the next step is to kind of make the shape of your car. This is where it can get really fun. So I'm going to make like a buggy type car. So just any shape. You can make a bus or a truck or whatever, and you want to cut both of these frames at the same time so you can raise the height of your Dremel motor saw if you're using one. Be sure to watch my tutorial and my unboxing, my favorite cardboard cutter, the Dremel motor saw. And yeah, cuts it nice and easily. Here's my little buggy shape. You can see it's the same length of my car. Now I'm also just going to make a little bit of little like wheel curves in the frame of my car, so my wheels, it looks more like a real car. So again, with my Dremel motor saw, looks adorable, and I glue mine together just so that I can keep them together. Little hot glue, and then undo that, so you can see how that's going to fit along. So now we're going to put one line of glue and then center our wheels, gluing the bearing onto that strip of hot glue that you just laid down, and then just make sure that it sits as parallel as possible to the front end of the car. Be patient, let it dry, and then do your back wheels as well. And yeah, just make sure that the 2 wheels are parallel to each other, or else you'll find that your car is going to veer right or left. All right, so now we can put this frame on, but let's build the frame out. It's much easier. So it's probably best, if you're going to decorate your car, to do it before you start building the frame. It's just going to be a lot easier. So You can use paint or felt. I'm just going to put some really simple windows in there. My car's going to be simple. And then the top of your car, you can use like a long strip of cardboard that is the same width of your the bottom frame. And this is just going to curve. You want to make sure your flutes are running along the width of your cardboard so it's easier to bend. And you can see I went ahead and cut a couple of triangles, which are going to serve as some stabilizers as I glue the top onto my buggy. So here are my little triangles, and I'm just going to make sure they line up with the edge of my frame. And this is not necessary, but if you're teaching cardboard construction, this is a good way to teach gussets. So then I can kind of figure out where my frame is going to go, and then I mark it with the pencil on the top of the frame. I put some hot glue there, and then this is the probably the most difficult part, is just getting that roof onto the first part of the frame. And I have my students work in pairs, and so usually they'll have two people doing this. It's a lot easier than one person. You have to be patient because you really need to hold it down since there's some pretty sharp curves, and so you want to hold it together to give that hot glue some time to dry. La la la. Listen to some podcasts or something. All right, so an easier way, or like a less complicated way that you can do this, is just by simply putting some hot glue up against the edge of the car frame, like so. If you want a simpler way. Of course, it probably uses more hot glue, but this is just a nice way to teach, internal structures and reinforcement. So once you have this beautiful frame put together, like so, make sure your wheels are not obstructed by any webs of hot glue, and then you can kind of set your frame. Now I actually preferred, if I put my wheels underneath, I accidentally glued this on the wrong side. It's better if the bearings are on the underside, so then if you need to fix it you can, but this one worked out fine. So then you just place the frame on top of the wheelbase that you created and make sure it's nice and firm. And my top of my car, I left like a little bit a little opening there, so I'm just going to use a little front piece of cardboard so I can make some headlights or something. And then I just put some hot glue there, put that on top, and I have this beautiful car. I'm going to go ahead and make a front windshield wiper and draw in a little driver because he's so cute. Look at him, and let's race him. Here's some awesome student creations. And then I have my son racing him down the track. Let's watch him go.